What's going on, UWF? I'm here with Arick Gonzalez from UWF Soccer. What's going on, Arick?
What up, man?
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
So I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida for 18 years, and then I came to Pensacola for school and soccer.
That's awesome, man. Did you ever play club ball or travel soccer growing up?
Yeah, so from when I was a kid, I started when I was 2, and I was playing rec until once I hit 3rd grade. That's when I started playing Premier. And then once the level started to rise, I went to academy soccer in high school, and that's when I played for Orlando City.
So traveling a lot as a kid, you must have always been on the road every weekend and always at a tournament.
Oh
and
yeah,
all
big
that.
time. Practicing 3-4 times a week, and then doing one-on-one training right before school. So yeah,
That's
always
definitely a
traveling.
grind.
Yeah.
So at what age did you feel that, like, deep down you knew you had the potential to take your game to the next level for, like, the college or even, like, maybe shots at being a professional athlete one day?
To be honest, when I was a little kid, my parents saw the potential, but obviously I was still young, so I just saw it as chasing a ball, kicking, and then trying to score. But probably, honestly, once I started to take it more serious and started to travel, whether it was 3v3 or when I first started my Premier playing up in age, I just started traveling in different areas rather than just the local town in Orlando. So that's when probably I saw like potential.
So your recruiting process must have picked up from that. Did you, at whatever age before high school or during high school, did your recruiting process pick up from playing travel soccer, or did you think that playing at your local high school you got more attraction to colleges?
All right, so that's a huge concern in the soccer area right now. So with academy being built in Orlando, that kind of destroyed the high school aspect. So for sure, club soccer and academy, going to Disney Showcase and everything, that was what kind of helped me get seen by University of West Florida. But high school soccer doesn't really get seen anymore, how it used to be back in the past.
I think that's good for a lot of, like, kids to know nowadays, because
Yeah.
I think everyone gets their wrapped in,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I can just, if you're good enough, the talent, talent can be found anywhere, but
Yeah.
a lot of times you have to play travel soccer in order
Yeah.
to really
Well,
get
so
noticed.
like other sports are different. I know like basketball at my school, college scouts would come and kind of check it out, but high school soccer is just the level isn't it can't compete with club soccer, and especially with academy. That's where the future of soccer is trying to go to improve it for MLS and everything like that.
I gotcha. So what was it like really going into your senior year of high school, and like I know we're still in the recruiting game picking up, but did it kind of hit all of a sudden? Did you start getting a bunch of looks right away, or was it kind of like your last 2 years you started getting high looks and then it just kind of happened in the process? Did UWF find you quickly?
All right, so with that, junior year is when they kind of are able to speak with you. So I travel to different states, especially Castle in North Carolina. That's one of the best tournaments to go to for scouts and everything. And over there, I had some scouts come talk to me, and then when we went to nationals and academy, for academy, that's when a lot of scouts were coming to me and everything, but I still hadn't fully reached out because I wasn't really aware if I should reach out to them first rather than them come to me. So my senior year, midway through senior year, that's when it kind of hit me like I need to kind of reach out to people. So that's when I reached out to West Florida, and yeah, they just came to me after them seeing a few games of mine. They thought I was good enough for the position.
That's awesome. You guys just made the connection right there.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like, what would you say to a young soccer player, 6 or 7 years old, trying to just make it, just trying to learn the ropes? He doesn't have much leadership in front of him. What would you say to him that he has aspirations of playing at a high level?
Honestly, first thing is just have fun. You have to have fun, because at some point you just take it so serious, and then if you lose, you take it to heart. You're gonna honestly ruin the passion, because then you just won't have fun anymore. You're gonna start screaming at your teammates. You're gonna get burnt out, and that's the biggest thing for all athletes. Just getting burnt out is what destroys everyone's dreams of going pro.
I definitely hear that, throughout time. But that's one of the biggest things. So what are your plans after you stop playing? Obviously, this is your senior year and stuff. Like, what are your plans looking forward? What does Arick Gonzalez have going forward?
Well, so I'm majoring in hospitality, so I might try and see if I would like to continue in that field, maybe because I love traveling and photography and all that kind of stuff, and just finding adventures. So possibly a cruise director, but right now with my season coming to end, I'm gonna possibly see if I can be the grad assistant coach here at the University of West Florida, just because my time is done with soccer, playing it, but still being around that environment, I don't think I'm fully done yet, because especially I coach youth soccer here at Pensacola, so I think I can kind of improve my coaching to help the youth to just develop more into the future.
That's awesome. So you definitely want to stick around the game, and do you see yourself working the way up like the chain of command coaching through like maybe getting a head job somewhere one day, or how do you see it?
To be honest, I don't know. When I was younger, not younger, probably like a few months ago, that's when I kind of saw like it would be awesome to possibly be like an assistant coach for D1 and then like learning more from there. But I don't know, that takes a lot of time, so I don't know. We'll see about that one.
Definitely, I got you. So now looking back at your career and everything and playing the game all your life, do you have any regrets looking back?
Honestly, no regrets. Even for all the injuries, whether broke my knee or anything, I don't regret that, because that kind of made me realize, especially with injuries, that you can have everything like right there in front of you, and just one injury can always like just crush that dream. So it kind of humbles me, especially with soccer, always doing that. It kind of, I think, helped me to be the person I am today, rather than possibly a worse version of me. It saved me from maybe doing something that's dumb, because instead of going to a party, I was going training, maybe going to sleep early, and then having to travel the next day to a different state. So I don't regret it at all, especially all the friends, the people, especially here at the University of West Florida. I met people from all around the world just playing with them. So I would not regret any decision I've ever made with soccer.
I was gonna say, I know UWF tries to bring in a lot of overseas guys for various sports here, so that's awesome. So with your big success today, who was a big encouragement on you early on that made you successful today? Who's the person you look up to and you think of when you're out there? You don't feel like running, you're just having a bad day.
For sure, it's my parents, especially my dad. He was my coach when I was younger. He was like my first maybe I had one like coach before him, but after that he saw and he tried developing me, and then from there, once I was trying to go to a higher level, that's when he kind of knew that just coaching just for the fun, that wouldn't fully develop me. So that's when he came to the conclusion that instead of him just me and him training, he knew that he had to hand me off to someone else for me to get better and everything. And then plus idols for soccer, like Puyol, who used to play for Barcelona and the captain of Spain. He kind of built a passion for me to continue soccer, especially he played my position and everything. He was honestly one of the greatest defenders in the world, just because of the passion that he had. And then also Ronaldinho, his just skill work was just amazing, and he made soccer enjoyable. And I know people that don't play soccer, whether from different sports or don't even play sports, they loved watching him play because he just had fun out there, and that's why I think that's just the biggest thing in soccer. Just have fun, and then whatever happens, happens.
Seems like no matter what the sport is today, you got to really have fun with it, because it's starting to turn into a political business aspect where nobody's having fun anymore, and it's all about the book and stuff. And well, that's awesome, man. A lot of people can't say they have both parents that they really look up to. A lot of people, a lot of guys, players, they look back and they're like, oh, well, I either have my mom or dad, or they come from a single household. So it sounds like you've had a pretty clear vision on what you wanted, going through the process.
I had a big support system, even with my two brothers. They played soccer, but they kind of didn't have the passion and the skills that I had. So they knew and they believed that I could go far, and then that's kind of, just the support system helps out a lot.
That's awesome, man. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for joining. This is UWF Sports. I want to thank Arick Gonzalez.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.